Hello, class. This is Stratton, broadcasting from my home office in Waukesha. I'm not really broadcasting, but I guess just recording ahead of time. And I just want to welcome you guys to the class. Welcome you guys to Writing for the Professions, which is focusing specifically on job search and social media. I'll tell you a little bit about myself. I'm right now in Waukesha, as I said before. I was born and raised in Appleton, Wisconsin, and I went to college in Sheboygan at Lakeland College. And then in 2004, I graduated from there and went to graduate school at Minnesota State University, where I got a Master of Fine Arts in Creative Writing because I wanted to be a writer ever since I was in third grade. I loved reading, I still do. I love creating wonderful little worlds that people could enter into. I love things like The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe by C.S. Lewis and some of these fantasy novels, and that's the kind of work that I wanted to do when I was a kid. Now, I don't do that now as much. I'd like to try to do it as a hobby, but I've changed a little bit because my focus has been on supporting my family more than being a freelance writer. I know that being a freelance writer is not the most financially savvy thing to do. So I've been teaching writing, and it still meets my need to talk about writing and to do writing and to help other people learn to write. And I just am happy that you guys have joined the class. And I think that this is going to be such an important class to you all. I know that when I was in college, getting a job was one of the most important things there. I mean, I know you go to school to learn about things you're interested in, and I know you go to school to make friends and to be able to be on your own for a while. But ultimately, if I ask you all why you really are in school, it's because you want to get a job doing something that you love. And I'm honored to be able to help you with that. I have a lot of experience in the job search because after graduate school, I spent 5 years in the job market looking for full time teaching jobs. And I worked as an adjunct instructor in that time at Marquette. And in the process of looking for full time teaching jobs, I learned so much about the importance of using rhetoric in the job application. And what I mean by that is rhetoric is any choice that you make in order to persuade your audience. And so I really want to focus this semester on how your job search materials can be persuasive to people. I want to talk about how they can meet the needs of your audience. And that's a really important part of doing the job search is to research the audience. What's important to them? What matters to them? What are their priorities? And how can you align yourself with the priorities? Another really important aspect of rhetorical writing is the purpose that you have in the writing that you do. I want you to be thinking about what is the ideal end result I'm trying to accomplish here? And what are the steps I'm going to take and the choices that I'm going to make in order to accomplish that end result? How do I want things to be different at the end of my communication than they were at the beginning? Do I want to change the impression somebody has about me? Do I want to achieve something for myself or get somebody on board with me or network with somebody? That's all purpose considerations. I also want you guys to be thinking about context. Context is something people don't often think about in the writing situation. It's basically the place and time in which you communicate, and the entire process of the communication. What tools did you use as you communicated? Where were you when you wrote the document? It also looks at the situation of who's going to see your document. Where is that person going to be? What tools are they going to use to read that? It also looks at the genre of the document. So is this a cover letter? Is this a resume? Is this a memo? And every genre has its own set of conventions that people are going to expect out of it. And so genre is an important part of context. And also the purpose for your communication is an important part of context as well, just the end result you're trying to accomplish. We'll get into that in a lot more detail. You're going to hear me mentioning audience, purpose, and context a lot this semester. I want to really drill it into your heads because I think a lot of career search classes focus more on following a strict set of rules in order to apply for jobs. And I don't think that every job situation is at all the same. So you can't just write up one resume and send it out to 25 jobs because every audience, every purpose, and every context of the application is going to be completely different. So you have to be flexible and you have to adapt to those different situations. So this semester, I hope to give you the tools that you need in order to adapt to the different rhetorical situations you're going to be in as a job application candidate. As far as me personally in my life, I am married. I have a wife named Sarah, and we don't have kids yet, but we're hoping for them someday. We do have a wonderful dog named Nike that we rescued from Kentucky. She was actually a part of a hoarder. There were 60 dogs there at the hoarders, and they got her a rescue in Illinois, got her out of that situation, and we went and picked her up. And she's been a wonderful companion for us. Sarah and I love to in the winter watch movies and go shopping. We like to try to spend a little bit of time outdoors if we can, snowboarding, skiing. My parents have a cottage in northern Wisconsin, and I'm gonna go there at the end of the month to snowboard. I'm looking forward to that. And in the winter, I love reading. It's one of my favorite things to do. As I said, it's always been such a fun thing for me to do ever since I was in third grade. I can't get enough. I have all kinds of books that I have never even finished reading. I just love books. I love the idea that there's all this information packed into a small, compact container, and I just can't get enough of it. I just am so happy for you all to be in the class, and I hope that I can really serve you this semester. I'm going to do everything that I can to make you competitive in the job field, to make your job application materials incredibly persuasive, and to help you plan your job application process in a way that's going to give you success. So I hope that you guys take my lead and consider putting a video up on the discussion board introducing yourself. If you don't want to do that, please just write something on the discussion board about yourself. I would like to know what you're expecting out of this class. I would like to know what the dream job is that you're going to pursue with the information that you're going to learn in this class. And I also would like to know about who you are as a person. What matters to you? What's important to you and valuable to you? Where are your priorities? So please post those things online, and I look forward to seeing them. Welcome to the class.